I'd like to introduce our Ripple Effect Award. So there's so many ways to be a leader and change maker. Some of us work in big extroverted ways, while others work behind the scenes to shift perspectives, elicit action, drive change. CI's Ripple Effect Award is all about celebrating how our smallest actions, even those we can't immediately see, can ripple out into our community to have an even greater impact. Every year, our CAP instructors nominate students who are positive contributors in their school and community, show leadership potential, and motivate other students. This year, we were blown away by two middle school students in particular who took action both in and out of class to better their world. CI is honored to acknowledge Mackenzie Marshall and Clement Yanney Jr. as our 2021 Ripple Effect Award winners. These students will have their names engraved on our official Ripple Effect Award plaque that will live at their school, AXL Academy. And each of them will also receive a legacy scholarship from the Guthrie family to attend an Avid for Adventure 2022 Summer Expedition program. Now, I'm excited to pass it over to our CAP instructor, Katie Morton at AXL Academy, to say a few words about Mackenzie and Clement.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, I'm going to start by introducing Mackenzie a little bit to you. Mackenzie is one of the most kind and gentle people that you will ever encounter in your life. She is the definition of a sweetheart, and honestly, the kindness just like oozes out of her being. And I recognize that very immediately in class. Something else I've also been struck by with Mackenzie is her passion and compassion for animals. She really cares for the pets that she has and just cares about animals' lives and well-being as a whole. And as we moved to remote learning, I remember feeling super bummed that I wasn't going to get to see her in class every day. But she showed up to Zoom with so much excitement and just presence. Like, she was there, she was ready. She chose to jump into every activity with tons of excitement. She overcame a couple different fears, and she also did a really great job of applying the class to her life. I would receive photos of things that she found on walks with her family, or she'd go to the craft store and kind of like do these projects that we do in class on her own time as well. And I'm excited to see the way that she continues to bring her gentle passion and kindness as she continues to grow as a leader. And I just see so much potential in her to grow in the years to come. So I was blown away by Mackenzie. She is a lovely human being.
Why I love being able to come to CAP class is because it brings me joy to learn about how I can improve the environment and how I can make our planet better. I've learned how to build fires and how to make my own candies, how long you can go without food and or water, and how to put up a tent. What it means to me to be a leader is standing up for others, and when something's wrong, you might just have to step in there and, I guess, phrase as it goes, be a leader. Or stand up for others, and stand up for yourself. We're putting up tents, and honestly, I was really excited because it was my first time. And I'm so glad that Miss Katie Morton got to help me with it. She was so inspirational. Was, I think, the word, yes. It was my first time, and I was a little nervous. I was afraid that me and my group were going to be the last ones to put it up, and normally I don't get to participate very much in these group projects, but Miss Katie Morton helped out, and I got to help put the tent together. So when we were finished, I was so proud of myself and so excited to learn more different things in CAP class. I'm so grateful to have Miss Katie Morton as my teacher. She's always been so kind and helpful, and I'm so happy to be able to to be able to come to CAP class and learn from her. And that is it.
their group was definitely the most on it with the tents. It was like the most beautiful first setting up a tent attempt I've ever seen in my life. Like amazing, amazing. Great. I think we can jump over to Clement now. A little bit about Clement. He's definitely one of those people when you first meet him, you're like, yeah, this person is a leader. He is such a smart and like with it student. He is really great at paying attention, at working with others, and all of those things. He also is like the classic case example of probably knowing more than I do about environmental issues. We, when we were on doing remote learning online, he oftentimes I'd say, okay, we're going to talk about this thing. And Clement would just bang out like, I know this about this, and I know this about this thing. And it was really cool to see the way that he's already engaging with these issues. And also really sweet to see the way that he and his family are already engaging with some of these issues as well. He came back from a weekend one time and said, we collected like scrap metal and took it to a recycling place. And he's been in the last week collecting all of the paper bags from lunch to recycle them. And he's just thinking about these issues really frequently. And it's awesome to see the way that he is implementing what he's learning in class into his daily life. I would also say when we were on Zoom, he was the fastest one to be like, we're going outside. And he would be gone. He'd be out in his backyard doing whatever we were doing. I love the way that he also is great at joking in class. He's hilarious and just knows how to meet the mood of what's happening in the room. I truly believe Clement is going to do amazing things in his life, that he is such a strong leader, and that no matter where he goes or what he does, he's going to use things that he's learned both in CAP and in other classes as he goes. I really, truly believe that. And it's honestly an honor to even be able to teach someone like Clement. So he's been awesome. And I'd love for y'all to hear a little bit from him as well.
They focus on the environment, and they really focus on delivering the impact of what we're doing in a nice, kind way that won't make you feel like, oh, the global earth is warming and we need to stop eating this and doing that. They're teaching us to take it step by step. They're not trying to force it all on us. Like they taught us, everybody has a piece of the cake, right? And if everybody's eating all of the cake, and let's say there's one more person, then how are they supposed to have the cakes? And that we should all try to do our best to take a small slice of the cake and not try to do too much to where we feel overwhelmed. What a leader means is that like someone who can lead people and they have a sway on people. Like a leader could be a cool kid in class, or a leader could be the quiet kid in class. Like for example, the cool kid might be cussing, so then the other kids do. But if the cool kid doesn't cuss, then the other kids don't cuss because they think it's cool. And also what a leader is to me is someone who can really take charge of the action. Like if something's wrong, they can fix it. Or someone who always has to find a way to stand out. The way that we were learning how to set up tents and the outdoorism of it, because it really, nowadays kids are stuck, like playing video games, and they don't really get out that much. And even if they do, it's only for short amounts of time. Cottonwood Institute is really teaching you how to appreciate going outside, how to enjoy it. First of all, I would like to thank God because I wouldn't be here without him. I would also like to thank my mom because she gave birth to me. I'd like to give thanks to my grandma because she's helping my mom out a lot. I would also like to say thanks to my uncle and Aunt Karen, my Uncle Andy and Aunt Karen for always taking me new places and teaching me to enjoy being outside. I also would like to say thanks to my siblings for always having fun with me and, you know, always being there so I can talk to them. I would also like to say thank you to my uncle Scott for always making funny jokes, and my uncle Ty for his generosity.
I would like to say a few words. You know, I would like to give them another round of applause. Clement and Mackenzie, you all have been immortalized. I will put this up in the front office. We did something extra. Mackenzie, Clement, and Ms. Morton, please open your package. We also gave you all a medal because you exemplify our code of characteristics. You are always respectful. You are always responsible. You have an immense amount of integrity. You do your best to be stewards without anyone having to ask you. You embody great courage, and you are always being crafty. So we appreciate you, and congratulations again. If I had the chance, I would love to knight you all and put it on you, but your families can do it. And Katie, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Just one more round of shout outs for our scholars and for Mrs. Morton and for Mr. Curtis. And just like, wow, at the end where Clement was thanking everybody in his family, just like teared me up because it's so sweet and so great to see where our scholars come from. So as part of the Ripple Effect Award, both Clement and Mackenzie will receive a scholarship to attend an AVID4 program this next summer. And the scholarship for this award was made possible by a really incredibly generous donation from the Lauren Guthrie Make a Difference Fund. While Lauren was not a Cottonwood Institute student, she embodies so many of our values and was deeply moved by her experience on an expedition program with AVID4. In her honor, her family hopes that other young people get to have powerful experiences in the outdoors as well. So I'm going to pass it over to her family, and thank you so much, Rob, for sharing Lauren's love with us tonight.
Thank you, Chelsea. Our family established the Lauren Guthrie Make a Difference Fund to help us carry on the legacy of our daughter, Lauren. Lauren had a passion for the environment and the outdoors. Spending time in nature was her favorite activity, whether it was hiking, climbing, camping, skiing, or just soaking in a beautiful view. Lauren loved the outdoors. Lauren's passion for the environment wasn't just about her. She wanted to introduce the joy and wonders of the outdoors to whomever she could. Besides the awe-inspiring wonders of nature, she knew that outdoor activities could help people push past their limits to learn and accomplish things they never thought possible. This passion led to a leadership style promoting environmental stewardship and outdoor adventure. Lauren used a kindly, bold approach to encourage others to protect and enjoy the environment. She spent a year in high school as an adventure leader, teaching underclassmen how to overcome their insecurities and doubts through trust exercises, rock climbing, and challenge courses. She spent a summer at AVID4 Adventure as part of their staff and training program so she could eventually be part of a formal outdoor education program. She even spent time educating corporate executives at a retreat about using outdoor activities to improve their teamwork and themselves. As you can see, Lauren wanted to encourage others to protect and enjoy the outdoors and environment. To carry on Lauren's legacy, our family wanted to find a way to help other teenage kids have the epiphany that Lauren had after her first AVID4 Adventure week-long expedition. The look on Lauren's face after her week in Rocky Mountain National Park is ingrained in our memory of her newfound love of the outdoors. Finding those who would most benefit from such an experience was not an easy task. Then we found Cottonwood. When I first met Ford and listened to his story, I saw what Lauren could have become. What Lauren would have been a part of or started. Cottonwood's mission was her mission. Cottonwoods Institute is on a mission to connect middle and high school students to the outdoors and inspire them to become leaders, problem solvers, and change makers in their communities. This mission was Lauren's mission. To have the opportunity to provide scholarships to AVID4 Adventure for Cottonwood's Ripple Effect Award winners is a perfect way for us to carry on Lauren's legacy. Mackenzie's a great example of how her introduction to the outdoors helped her blossom into a more confident young lady. This confidence helped empower her to speak up in class, share her thoughts, and stand up for what she thought was right. When I heard her described as an includer, it brought back so many memories of our Lauren. Clement's experience with Cottonwood has helped him learn what it means to be a leader. To hear him define his leadership style as being a leader of kindness, is exactly who Lauren was. Knowing that the scholarships we are providing Clement and Mackenzie will help them further develop their love for the outdoors, their environmental stewardship, and a leadership style based on kindness brings us great happiness as they will be carrying on Lauren's legacy. Congratulations, Mackenzie and Clement. Live like Lauren. Thank you.